Hello everybody, it's me, Travis, with Travis Party, bringing you another great game, always with green carpet in white, playing Terran this time. It's not going to be Protoss, but we always have, in the blue, you know him as little baby boy, Papershoes, playing as that Zerg. This is a previous game from the Protoss, and we're going to see how well Papershoes has evolved. And I guess you could say devolved, because like I said, this is a previous game. This isn't, this is a different Papershoes, a younger Papershoes, one that was just learning how to actually play the game. And like always, Papershoes is going to scout in the opposite direction here. It looks like he's sending his overlord to the south. And as you can see, GreenCarpet is actually to the east of him. But that's okay. I'm sure it'll work out for him. You know, he'll eventually get that scouted. He's got to be careful, though, because as you guys all know, the Terran standard unit, or I shouldn't say standard, more so like the beginning unit for Terran, is a Marine. And Marines shoot air. And what are overlords? Well, they're air units. So, you know, they're going to take damage if those, you know, overlords stay around too long. So, but luckily for that overlord, he's not going to be in any danger because he's going to make his way down here to the south where there is no Marines. However, this guy here, this poor soul, venturing over to GreenCarpet's base successfully, might not have the best of luck. So, like I said, guys, these guys are practicing for the JTI, the hottest, most anticipated StarCraft gaming invitation of the year, of 2019. So if you've heard of any other StarCraft invitation, the ESL, anything from Africa, you know, that's all garbage. That's all trash. You guys want to go and watch the JTI. That's where these competitors are going to be competing for the biggest cash pool that two people can muster together. $60 for first place, $30 for second place, and $10 for third place. And we might actually put in a bucket, just, you know, every competitor gets $5, maybe. Who knows? You can see that Papershoes here in blue, the Zerg, is expanding to his natural here. It looks like GreenCarpet is going to come over here and scout this out. See that an expansion is coming up. He's also going to see the spawning pool is about halfway done here. So he doesn't really have a lot to worry about. He's got a nice base defense here, a nice wall off that he could create here. He's going for an academy, so most likely he's going to go Marine medics. Maybe get some harass here on the natural expansion of Papershoes. But that is yet to be seen. He might just be going to academy, maybe to get scan, maybe to get firebats. Who knows? GreenCarpet does like to play a little risky here and there. He likes to go unnatural build orders, and Papershoes likes to go kind of standard. You know, he doesn't like to deviate from the norm. But that's good. That's gonna earn him wins. You deviate from the norm. Guess what? You're gonna get punished for it. You're gonna get a slap on your little booty if you're gonna deviate from the norm. So if you deviate from the norm, you better know that you're better than your opponent. But I'm not sure GreenCarpet knows that. He is producing a Marine out of this barracks. Just one Marine right now, and he's expanding to his natural expansion. That's a little bit risky. Like I said before, Papershoes does have two Zerglings venturing out over to this other side. They could harass this SCV, even harass this natural expansion. We'll see what happens here. This SCV is going to come up here, see if mutas are on the way or if it's going to be Hydralisks. Usually Zerg goes mutas, and then they follow into some kind of Hydra lurker, possibly. Oh, one Marine down, and this natural expansion is going to be harassed by these Zerglings. It looks like Papershoes is building 4 more Zerglings back at his base. And it looks like, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at that. Look what happened right there. GreenCarpet, you know, this is only 2 Zerglings. GreenCarpet canceled his natural expansion. Totally unnecessary. It was only 2 Zerglings. He has 2 Marines. He totally could have defended that. Of course, there are 2 more Zerglings coming. And there's a few more Zerglings here at the base. So there's probably about 6 or 8 Zerglings total for Papershoes. But that's nothing. You know, he can build 3 Marines, 4 Marines, and a medic, and he could have defended that perfectly fine, no problem. Even a firebat. Would have been great. So, you know, GreenCarpet made a mistake there, and now he's suffering for it. He's currently building, what's he building here? A barracks and a factory. So 2 barracks and a factory. Maybe he's going to go for siege tanks, do a slow push out, but this is crazy here. It looks like Papershoes is trying to get in here with the Zergling run by. Can he actually do it? There's 1 Marine holding the base for him right now. These SCVs are coming out to repair, but I don't think it's really necessary. He only needs a few SCVs, maybe 1 actually, to come and repair this supply depot. He did hold it pretty well. Papershoes is currently, his base is currently open for the pickings, so it's possible that if GreenCarpet builds up a firebat army, 2 firebats, 2 medics, and then let's say like 4 Marines and pushes out, this could be a really, really tough push because there are no sunkens here at the natural expansion. It looks so. What's happening right now is Papershoes is upgrading to a layer. That means he's going to go into Spire Tech really soon, and with Spire Tech, he's going to get those mutas out, and that's going to be very, very difficult. Super difficult for GreenCarpet to deal with because mutas can harass over here in this area. They can harass pretty much all over. I mean, they can pick off buildings like the starport lingering around here. GreenCarpet's going to have to build turrets all over the place, every single location. And that's a ton of minerals, 75 turrets, you know. You get up to 4 turrets. What is that, guys? You guys are the number of people. 300 minerals for 4 turrets, 75 each. That's pretty insane. I mean, you can build a ton of Marines for that. You can build a ton of medics for that. You can build a ton of firebats, 2 siege tanks for that. And siege tanks are devastating to Zerg. Devastating. You can see that Papershoes is walling off his expansion. Only 2 or 3 sunkens are necessary. You see he's got a creep colony here. He hasn't actually converted it yet. I was going to say it's actually pretty smart because you can see that GreenCarpet actually hasn't pulled out. So the resources that he can save some resources until GreenCarpet actually moves in and attacks. So he doesn't have to actually turn those creep colonies into sunken colonies until he actually sees an attack coming. Like I said, it looks like an engineering base coming down. GreenCarpet must have scanned, saw the spire coming up for Papershoes. So once this engineering bay gets done, he'll be able to build turrets. And like I said, he'll have to build turrets everywhere. Look at his minerals right now. Very, very low. Not a lot of minerals, guys. About 100 minerals, really. So he's going to have a very, very hard time defending this, in my opinion. He only has a handful of Marines, and if Papershoes gets these mutalisks out with this Zergling pressure as well, I mean, he could run up in this base and take down some of these turrets. We do have a shuttle here. Does the shuttle have any units currently in it? Yes, it does. It has Task Force A. They're going to go out and do the impossible mission. Let's see if he flies right over Papershoes' units. Right over them. So maybe Papershoes saw that, or maybe he's too busy microing these mutas. But it looks like there is going to be a muta intercept here. Is he going to be able to do it? Oh, that is a perfect intercept. Oh my god, yes, he does see it. It looks like Papershoes is following these mutas. He was being very vigilant on that minimap, and he did see this dropship. Let's see if GreenCarpet can respond in time. There's only 3 mutas, so I think the number of Marines and medics in this dropship can take it. 6 mutalisks might be a different story. Let's see if he can get that dropship to safety. I don't know if these Marines have stim yet. But these Marines are Task Force Alpha. Look at this. They've already taken down 3 mutas, and that is pretty good value. This mutalisk, oh, they've taken down 4 mutalisks. That's pretty good value. So Task Force A, I say, is pretty successful. But that's not to say that Papershoes isn't building up another mutalisk fleet. He has 3 more mutas on the way. 1 muta here and 2 mutas down here. So he's going to have a total of 6 mutas. He wants to have about 8 or 10 mutalisks to do to one-shot a Marine. I think it's about 8 mutalisks to one-shot a Marine, 10 mutalisks to really harass turrets, kill SCVs with fidelity, things of that nature. But you can see what GreenCarpet is doing, just building turrets all over the place. These mutas are ready, though. They are ready to do their damage. And look at that, just in Papershoes fashion. When he's attacking, when he's on the offensive, this is what you guys need to do, especially a Zerg. When you're on the offensive, build a second expansion. And that's exactly what Papershoes is doing. He is on his A game this game. His Terran gameplay is on fleek. He does have a lot of minerals still saved up. So, you know, potentially, like I always tell Papershoes in these tournaments while I'm casting them, I wouldn't say it's a tournament, this matchup, build a macro hatch. 1 or 2 macro hatches. When you have this much minerals, you can sacrifice 2 drones, build a macro hatch, and then build 3 drones from your macro hatch. And then you pretty much subsidize those drones. These Mutalisks are coming in through these turrets. There's about 6 turrets right here that Papershoes is going to have to get through. Marines and medics. But that's not really a lot of Marines and medics. Okay, so these Mutalisks have found the sweet spot here. A supply depot that's not guarded. One Mutalisk goes down. I bet you these Zerglings can do some damage. If they would run in, there they go. There they go. It looks like they're trying to get in here. There goes a supply depot. These Marines are going to have to pull back. This is going to be devastating for GreenCarpet. He only has two Marines left versus about, what is this? This is probably about 8 or 10 freaking Zerglings. There's no way. He's definitely going to have to pull these SCBs off the line, and that is not good. These turrets are doing work on these Mutalisks. Look at that. Papershoes he doesn't have any Mutalisks left, and these Zerglings are going to go down. Firebat is going to take care of these Zerglings. He should have built these a long time ago. 1 or 2 Firebats can take down a whole rally point, a whole 12 Zerglings if you properly macro these guys, especially with a medic. This medic over here maybe getting lost in the fray. These guys aren't professionals by any means, ladies and gentlemen, so there are going to be mistakes. Medic sitting here, too many people on Vespian gas, but look at Papershoes. Oh my gosh, I forget. Sorry about that, guys. There is a drop going down on the natural expansion of Papershoes. If he would have built a few sunkens here, that might have defended against this rush, and that's going to completely go down. Task Force Alpha B has done it again, ladies and gentlemen, but look at this. Papershoes still has a handful of mutas going into GreenCarpet's base. He has some Scourge over here, maybe looking to get some dropship action going down. Ooh, Papershoes is a smart freaking cookie. He says, hey, my second expansion is going to go down. You know what? I'm going to build a second/third expansion down here in the lower left corner. Let's see you scout that. And, he might, GreenCarpet might scout it. Who knows? He does have a scan, and he does love using the scan. This shuttle is going to be sitting over here, but we're going to watch these Mutalisks do what they do best, harass the hell out of a Terran base. I'm not sure if GreenCarpet he really needs to build some turrets like right over here, maybe in this area, enough to where these turrets are going to hit the Mutalisk if they get close to that, but also going to protect these barracks and the supply depots that he's building over here. But these Mutalisks are doing a fantastic job taking down these supply depots, harassing these barracks. This is something that GreenCarpet doesn't want to deal with. I'm not sure what these Firebats are going to be doing. Maybe, if a Zergling comes up the ramp, they'll be there for support. But like I said before, these Mutalisks for Papershoes are doing a phenomenal job. There's even more Mutalisks up here, so that's going to be a total of 8 Mutalisks. That's the holy number of Mutalisks, but there's actually 10 Mutalisks, and on top of that, he's already gone up to layer tech or hive tech, ladies and gents. Oh, but look at this. Task Force B doing what they do best here, harassing the hell out of the Zerg base. Let's see if these 3 Mutalisks, and maybe it's going to scare, it's going to scare Papershoes enough to come all the way back to his base. This is when GreenCarpet needs to start expanding, needs to start moving out. Task Force B has done some work, done a lot of work actually. The shuttle gets out of there, leaves the boys behind. What a coward. He's like, peace out in the pipe, 5x5 hose, and then he's gone. He's going to actually come down here. I don't think GreenCarpet's actually scouted this base yet, but I don't think this dropship's going to actually be able to come down here. This is kind of an expansion that's not really working for Papershoes at the moment. No drones mining, but there's a lot of macro that goes in to there's a lot of micro that goes into utilizing mutas, jumping them in and out of bases. Oh, that's annoying. There goes this guy might go down as well. Oh, it looks like the Marines are actually going to save that SCV. He owes his life to these Marines and these Firebats and this medic who just healed him. It's kind of strange that a medic could actually heal this guy. This is like a mechanical unit, so it's kind of strange. These mutas need to start going back over here and harassing GreenCarpet because he doesn't have a lot of turrets up in his natural, but he wants to build this natural, and he wants to build it fast. These Ultralisks might be popping up for Papershoes at any moment. Here's some drones still not working. He really needs to get this. He really needs to get this third base working for him. He needs to get these drones mining. He needs to get this Vespian Geyser because Ultralisk, they're not cheap. I think they're about 200 minerals, maybe 200 Vespian gas, so he really needs that geyser. These Mutalisks, man, Papershoes has been doing a great job with these Mutalisks. He's going to dive in here. There's still a lot of turrets. There's not really a lot of places that he can hit that are going to be safe for these Mutalisks. He might be able to harass this front entrance with some Zerglings, with some Ultralisks. He's going to be warded away by these turrets. There's 2 turrets that are going to be hitting with a cluster of Marines and Firebats. If only Firebats can aim those flamethrowers up into the sky. He's going to try to take down these turrets. They do. I mean, there's so many mutas here. There's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 10 mutas. And like I said before, they take out turrets so fast. You need to have a group of about 4 turrets with SCVs healing them for those turrets to actually be effective. It's possible that these Marines are going to catch these Mutalisks unguarded. Look at that. 1 Marine going down. Papershoes is doing such a good job with these mutas, but they're so low. This Mutalisk is low. This Mutalisk is low. He needs to be very careful. But at this point, like I said, I think he's transitioning into Ultralisks. He hasn't built any. I don't see any on the map. These Scourge still hanging out. And I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what GreenCarpet thinks he's doing here. I don't think this is a safe. I don't think this is the play. I don't think this is the play right here. He needs to go back, defend his natural base, build a natural base. Papershoes is actually getting this base right up and running for him, so he is mining now, getting those necessary resources. Look at the resources. Almost 4,000 resources for Papershoes, just banked up. Almost 2,000 Vespian gas. He really needs a macro hatchery. 1, 2, 3 macro hatcheries pumping out Zerglings and Ultralisks. And, you know, hell, he could even upgrade this thing to a greater spire, pump out some Guardians for all we care. Just have fun with it at this point. He's got such a commanding lead over GreenCarpet right now. GreenCarpet doesn't have anything. He has nothing but turrets and 1 siege tank, 2 Marines. It is not looking good at all for GreenCarpet. Papershoes has this game commanded. His ZVT is on fleek, ladies and gentlemen. He is doing a great job. This siege tank is going to attack his own turret. Look how much damage that siege tank did to his own turret. These Marines are going to try to go over here, take out these Zerglings, but they got to be careful because these guys are low health. One's in the yellow, one's in the red. Well, they're both in the yellow now because, you know, Mutalisks, they're biological creatures. They can heal up, just like human beings, just like any animal. They can heal. And they do it very, very well. I'm not sure what these 2 medics are doing. They probably need to go back to their base. There's a Vespian. There's an extractor going down for Papershoes. He needs that gas because, like I said, he's got to build those Ultras, which he's building right now. 3 delicious Ultralisks coming out. And I'm not sure what GreenCarpet's going to do. He really doesn't have that many SCVs mining. He needs to start building more SCVs, not barracks. This is the incorrect play, especially with Ultralisks. I know GreenCarpet's seen the Ultralist in. He's had to. He's been scanning. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have 200 energy, so he's obviously been scanning stuff. This isn't the play for GreenCarpet. Marines, medics, they don't do well against Ultralisks. They are terrible against Ultralisks. A Marine does like 1 damage to an Ultralist. What GreenCarpet needs to do is build more tanks, build more vultures, get those tanks mines going all the way to his base, those vulture mines all the way to his base, hitting these Ultralisks. I think it takes about 3 mines to kill an Ultralisk, but that's value. 175 mineral vulture taking down a 200 mineral, 200 Vespian gas Ultralisk. That's just called value, ladies and gentlemen. These medics are actually blocking these Ultralisks from actually getting in here and killing these tanks. More tanks need to be produced. This is not the play. GreenCarpet, you are going to lose if you do this. There's some of that crackling. Adrenaline glands being upgraded for the cracklings. They're going to do so much damage. So the Ultralisks, as you guys know, are going to tank for the Zerglings. Where's the damage? You think the damage is the Ultralisks? The Ultralisks do 20 damage. They do as much damage as Dragoon. They don't do the damage. You know what's doing the damage? These Zerglings, these cracklings, as they're called. With this adrenaline glands, they attack so fast. And what's the siege tank's worst nightmare? It's Zerglings, mass Zerglings. If a Zergling can get in here and just do damage, there's nothing that GreenCarpet's going to be able to do. he might be able to hold this ramp. This is the only thing he has going for him, but that's not good enough. If Papershoes can prevent GreenCarpet from getting any type of base, it's over for him. He's guarding this natural expansion. I mean, the tanks are guarding. I mean, GreenCarpet probably needs to put a tank here and here to guard this area down here. But let's be honest, folks. Let's be honest right now. Papershoes is doing exactly what he needs to do. He doesn't really actually, well, he's going in. I don't think this is the play for Papershoes because he can't get up this ramp. The tanks are actually doing the damage. The Marines are only here to block for the tanks. The tanks are actually going to kill their own Marines. Are these Zerglings going to get up here and actually do damage to these siege tanks? They're in. They are in. Look how little damage these Marines do to this Ultralisk. They are so tanky. If Papershoes has chitinous plating, which he doesn't currently, but if he upgraded chitinous plating, those Ultralisk would be doing no damage. No damage at all. These Ultralisk are in here. And Papershoes needs to start building Zerglings. If he's had some macro hatches, ooh, it looks like Task Force C is getting the job down on the third expansion, but I think it's over. Zerglings flooding in. What little Zerglings there are. But that's going to be devastating to GreenCarpet. I don't think there's anything you can do. There's no comeback from this. Building 2 Marines, not going to work, ladies and gentlemen. It is over. GreenCarpet needs to call GG. He doesn't have enough resources. He doesn't have the factory production to do anything. One low health point Marine is coming in here. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what the play is for GreenCarpet. I think he needs to tap out. This is it. Task Force Alpha C did their job, but there's not really much in the way of defending this. Because Papershoes does have enough minerals, he does have enough gas to produce all kinds of Zerglings, produce all kinds of Ultralisks. So I think Papershoes is going to be ready for any Terran that comes his way. He does have some improvements that he needs to do, obviously. He can build more macro hatches. He can be even more he can build even more Zerglings, I should say. Just a ton of Zerglings, ton of Ultralisks. He has the minerals, he has the resources. He's pretty much won the game. It seems like GreenCarpet's being a scumbag. Just lifting all his bases, saying, hey, bro, you need to build some defense. This isn't going to work. If GreenCarpet thinks that this is going to end the game, 4 Marines, 3 medics, it's not going to happen. He doesn't have a prayer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pitch the JTI for you guys. Go to Twitch, look up the JTI. It's the Jake and Travis Invitationals coming up May 4th. It's going to be hot, and you guys are going to, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. It's the hot, like I said before, it's the hottest StarCraft gaming event this year. So mark it on your calendars, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fun. Oh man, how much longer is this game? It's almost over. I'm sorry. This is just very BM on GreenCarpet's part here. He doesn't want to lose. He wants to keep going. He wants to persist. But there's no reason to. You know what? Let's speed this up. This is ridiculous. This is just ridiculous. So Papershoes winning this game. GG to everyone. Oh, that was it. That was game. So GG. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Another great match, and it looks like Papershoes is going to take this one. GreenCarpet's going to go back to the drawing board, perfect his TVZ, and I think Papershoes is going to evolve even further than he already has. So you guys peace out. And I'll see you in the next match.